Hi, and welcome to this video where we're going to look to solve some ratio problems where we've already been given some information to help us. Okay, let's have a look then at what we're talking about. So here's some examples to illustrate this point. Put the heading examples for me, please. Okay, in this question, the ratio of boys to girls in a class is 2 to 5. Okay, the order of ratio is really important because boys comes before girls and the 2 comes before the 5. So in this case, the two parts of the ratio is the boys' part, and the 5 part of the ratio is the girls' part. Let's see how that's going to help us answer the two questions. In short, I can put B by the 2 and G for girls by the 5. We are being asked how many girls there are if there are 8 boys. So the information we are being given is that there are 8 boys in this class. Now, if there are 8 boys, how does that help us find the girls? Well, the first thing we'll do is write down the ratio 2 to 5, where the 2 is the boys' part and the 5 is the girls' part. Now, I've highlighted that we're being told there are 8 boys. So that information of 8 boys needs to be written underneath the ratio for boys. In other words, the 8 needs to be written under the 2. Now, there's only one bit of information that's missing here, and that bit of information that's missing is how many girls there are in this class as well. Now, to help us find that, we can use the fact that the boys, for their two parts of the ratio, has gone up to 8. So if we can find a multiplier that takes us from 2 to 8, then we can find and use that multiplier to find how many girls there are. So we need to know how many times 2 is multiplied by to get to 8. So 2, 4, 6, 8, that's 4. So we're going to multiply those ratios by 4. 2 times 4 gives me 8. And on the girls' ratio, the 5 parts for the girls also needs to be multiplied by 4. So 5 times 4 is 20. Therefore, if there are 8 boys in this class, then there are 20 girls. Okay, that's part A done. Right, part B then. Now, we're going to use the same ratio at the top. So the ratio boys to girls 2 to 5 needs to be used in part B of this question. So again, I know the ratio is 2 to 5, boys first, girls second. On this question, though, the information I'm being given is that there are 15 girls. And the question is, how many boys are there if there are 15 girls? So what do I do with that information of 15 girls? Well, I put it in the girls' part of the ratio. So that goes underneath the 5 parts for the girls. Now, if we have a look carefully again, there is only one part missing here, and that's this bit that's blank under the 2 parts for boys. So again, if we can find something that will multiply 5 by to get to 15, then we'll again apply it on the other side. So 5 times 3 makes 15. So I can write times 3 on that side of the ratio. And then on the left-hand side of the ratio, I can do 2 times 3, which gives me 6. So using this ratio, if I know there are 15 girls, then there are 6 boys. Okay, pause the video now and copy down those examples. When you're ready, press play. Okay, welcome back then. Let's have a look at a second example then. So on this example then, the ratio of green sweets to red sweets in a bag is 3 to 5. And again, the order of this question is really, really important. So green sweets comes before red sweets. So the 3 parts of the ratio represents the green sweets. The 5 parts of the ratio represents the number of red sweets. Okay, let's have a look at how we solve this question then. So we've got green and red. So every time we do a question, note down green to red is 3 to 5. Now, in this case, we are being told, or we're being asked the question, how many green sweets are there if there are 15 red sweets? So I've highlighted the fact that I know that there are 15 red sweets in this bag. So now I'm going to use that, and I'm going to write that 15 red under the red part of the ratio. So that goes under the 5. And again, if we have a look carefully, we only now need to find what goes under the 3. How am I going to do that? Well, again, I'm going to work out what to multiply 5 by to get to 15. So that's 5 times 3 makes 15. And I'm going to multiply the other part of the ratio also by 3. So 3 times 3 gives me 9. So therefore, in this bag of sweets, there are also going to be 9 green. Okay, let's do the second part B then. So in this question, we're being asked how many red sweets there are if there are 18 green sweets. So again, let's start with the important ratio. Okay, green and red, 3 to 5. Every question will start with our ratio. Now, what are we being given? Well, we're being told there are 18 green sweets this time. So where do I put that 18 green sweets? Well, I'm going to put that under the green part of the ratio. So that goes under the 3. And again, we'll see that there's nothing underneath the 5. So that's what we've got to try and find and work out. So what do we multiply 3 by so that it gets to 18? Well, 3 times 6. And what do we multiply 5 by? Well, also multiply it by 6. And 5 times 6 will give me 30. So on this question, there are 30 red sweets. Okay. Again, pause the video now and copy down the example. When you're ready, press play, ready for your main task. Okay, so here is your main task. So underline your heading main task. Okay. And these are the questions. Pause the video, have a go. When you're ready, press play, and the solutions will appear. Okay, welcome back. Let's see how you got on with those questions. So here are the solutions to those questions. Please mark your work. Okay, let's move on. Let's have a look at a checking question now. So in this question, there are 3 parts to this ratio, 2 to 5 to 9. Reading the information, it tells me Sarah, Peter and Jeff share their lottery winnings in this ratio. So let's look at the order of the people. Sarah first, Peter second, Jeff third. So Sarah, Peter and Jeff. Okay, there's my starting point. What are we given on this question then? Well, what we're given is Peter gets £45. Let's highlight that. That's a really important piece of information. Peter got £45. What do we do with our information? Well, let's write down the ratio, 2 to 5 to 9. Sarah, Peter and Jeff. Where do I put this £45? Well, I need to put it under Peter, which is the 5. So 5 goes under 45. This time, in order to complete this question, I need to find what the missing values are under Sarah and under Jeff. So what we need to do is look at the numbers for Peter and work out what do we multiply 5 by to get 45. In this case, we're multiplying by 9. So we need to multiply everything else in the ratio by 9. So here we do 2 times 9, which is 18. And here we do 9 times 9, which gives me 81. So that means that Sarah gets £18, Peter gets £45, and Jeff gets £81. We are being asked how much did they win altogether. So altogether, that's the £18, the £45, and the £81. So altogether, we need to add that up. So 18 plus 45 plus 81. Now, if you're struggling to do that mentally, a column method should see you through. So See if we can work it out in a column, starting with the units. 1 add 5 add 8 is 14. So put the 4 in, carry the 1. Then it's 8 add 4 add 1, add the 1 you carried. So that would 14. So altogether, they win £144. Let's finish that off. There we go. Job done. Okay. Thank you for listening to this video and keep practicing your